Shalom. All right, let me get into this video. It's going to be a commentary going into redacted. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different things going on. And this is what we've been saying. The brothers stone at the beloved elders of GMS and the brethren, the bishops, you know what I'm saying? All the brethren that's partaking and pushing the word. We've been saying this. It's something that I've been harking on. I've been Salakia. I've been banging on it for maybe like the last year or so. Because the industry that I'm in, I see a lot of different stuff that you wouldn't really, you know, some of us have some positions, you know what I'm saying, where we see a lot of stuff coming down the pipe and we see real time activity. But we've been in a recession since 2020, since 2020, Slovakia. Been in a recession. And what's a recession? I'm gonna go into that word recession so you can understand what even a recession is. When you recess, right? Remember grade school, we used to go to recess, right? So that's, it's a construct of the word recession, right? So give me 1 second. All right, so we're gonna get into this word recession. It says a recession. I think I did a lesson about this maybe about 8 or 9 months ago, but I was actually gonna do a lesson going into something totally different, but the spirit moved me this way. It says a recession is a significant and prolonged decline in economic activity, usually marked by a decrease in GDP, gross domestic product. That's what that stands for. So since 2020, and it has got worse every year, when these devils did the great reset, which they're in the midst of still doing, so they could bring in a digital system, so they could bring in an MOTB, and they can have complete control, right? They already got control over your mind and your body, you know, because they make us we have to go work into the system. But when you take that microchip, you finish. A lot of people are going to be coerced and tricked into doing this to try to survive. That's why we warn you before these things come, but so you can be built up and have faith, increase your faith so you can resist this. Because once you take that, you're done, right? And this is coming down the pipe. This got to happen so we can get up out of here. This is a major part of prophecy. World War III, Jacob's trouble, right? MOTB, and it's not going to be in that order. But when I'm telling you, these are three major prophecies that must happen for us to get up out of here. All right. It says GDP, two consecutive quarters of declining GDP growth. Unemployment, a significant increase in unemployment. Production, a decline in industrial production. It says income, a decline in real income. So they got something that's called cost of living. And that hasn't changed in decades, but yet everything else goes up. So you got the average new car is $50,000. The average new home, I think, is $450,000. Buying a house is a scam anyway, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. But 80% of these Americans you Americans going paycheck to paycheck, including some of us brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. It's been very bad since 2020. And you know what happened in 2020? It's the Great Reset. And they probably gonna flag this video for me saying that word because the algorithm, you know. Anyway, it got to be said. But let me get into this video. Right here, this is clear-cut definition right here at the very top. It says a recession is a significant, widespread, and prolonged downturn in economic activity. A common rule of thumb is that two consecutive quarters of negative gross domestic product growth indicate a recession. And it's been like this. We've been in a recession, but they won't say that word because they don't want to put people in a frenzy and make them more, more agitated. In 1 second, let me get into this video. All right, so let's get to the video. But like I said, we've been in a recession, and that's just a a pretty polished way of saying shit is real bad. So you can understand. So it's drying up, you know.
Well, are we about to face a worldwide recession? Former Wall Street money manager and financial analyst Ed Dowd just released a new report this weekend called Danger of Deep Worldwide Recession in 2025. And he says the Biden administration basically hid how weak the economy really was in order to win an election, lying to all of us about how.
That's all they do is lie to you. We tell you they lied to you, but yet a lot of you don't believe it. You have to hear from another source. But if you don't take our word, take their word for it. They lie to you 24/7. That's what mainstream news is designed to do. They lie to you to keep you deceived and to keep you distorted so you won't figure out the truth. And you got this fucking hamster wheel that you be on, chasing that dollar that keeps you in a more delirium state of mind. And that's why people are just living to survive at this point. Most people, most of you Americans, and when I'm saying Americans, I'm saying people outside this truth. And we are too, but you have to manage and balance things out. You can't let this world totally consume you. You have to have a spiritual life as well. And that's what our people don't understand. That's why they go to the Christian church, because it's easy. It ain't no effort in that. It ain't no learning. You just go sit your ass down for an hour or so and get a selection, from the choir, swing around a collection plate, and you think you so-called praising God. Get more into this.
How bad it really was. The new report shows how a weak economy was propped up under the Biden administration and how a crash this year, he says, is inevitable. What is he talking about? Could it be Biden's 2024 jobs numbers? They just came out. We now know that Biden was lying about the jobs and pretty much everything else. So let's bring in economist Peter.
And it's bigger than Biden, because Biden just, you can tell, you got to be delusional if you think he was running this country. Joe Biden was a puppet like Donald Trump is a puppet. You got the small hats, the Jewish people, Amalekites, they run this world. Whoever controls the money controls the world. That was one of Amschel, Rothschild, that says, give me the control of the money and I care not who make the laws. And we've been telling you this, Jake. You think we just making this up because we don't have a big platform, right? The truth comes out in very strange ways that you can't imagine. And we got to constantly beat this in your head to let you know what it is. So they do not but lie. Mainstream news is to rock you back to sleep. That's why they have the entertainment. When you go into the word entertainment is to keep your ass entertained, to keep you in matter of fact, let me get the word real quick. All right. Go to the etymology of the word entertainment. It's a compound word. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, when you go into the word entertainment, it says enter, which to hold together. And because I had broke down this word a while back. And men, I think it means control. So it's like, let me see. And that's why you had these stupid and from entertainment. Anyway, I had broke this word down a while back. I can't find what I'm looking for. It says entertain, to keep up, maintain. It says in a certain frame of mind, hold together. So basically, it's to keep your mind in one place, to keep you. It's a distraction. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So football, basketball, baseball, it's just to keep you distracted, keep you in a docile state of mind. And it's the same thing that they did in the Roman Empire. That's how you know this is the Roman Empire back again, reincarnated, because they gave the people bread and circus to keep them distracted. And they actually gave them food, bread and circus. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. What does bread and circus mean?
Here's the definition of bread and circuses. A diet of entertainment or political policies on which the masses are fed to keep them happy and docile.
All right, so it ain't nothing that we making up. And yeah, it comes from Latin. So matter of fact, I want to go deeper. Kind of bad with me. I'm kind of just doing this off the top. It says bread and circus refers to pacifying people with food and entertainment prevent them from taking action on civic duties. There you go, to keep you distracted, keep your mind distracted, keep your mind on folly, right?
St. Ange, who just actually did a fabulous report on X about these jobs numbers, and we'll talk about all of that. Peter, great to see you. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on.
Our pleasure.
It's a pleasure. So,
go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Well, I just want to ask you, I mean, let's talk first of all about this idea of a worldwide recession, and then I want to drill down on these jobs numbers first. I mean, how bad is it? I mean, I know people think, a lot of people are thinking, oh, Trump's a savior. Like he's some sort of omnipotent person. He's going to come in within a few weeks and everything's going to be fine. But they've been hinting, and even Elon Musk last summer said it's going to be pretty bad.
And that's another delusional thing that these Edomites, so-called white people, that go back to Edomites, not so-called white people that look like so-called white people that are Israelites. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about true Edomites, right? And you got a lot of brown-skinned Edomites. That's something that's not talked about, right? Go back to the plantation. You put two and two together. All right. So you got brown-skinned Edomites running around here as well. But yeah, Donald Nero Trump is not going to save America. That's what you don't understand. But a lot of you delusional Edomites, you think that's how delusional you is. Like your white so-called Jesus is a strong delusion in your mind. And the delusions get stronger and stronger because the people in denial, they can't believe that America's falling. But if you understand the Bible, like you say you do, you understand that it's the rise and fall of kingdoms. You don't understand that because so-called white people run the world, so you can't imagine losing the grip on power. But we coming into a time when you're going to have so-called black people running this world. It's coming. And it's going to be something that you can't stop or comprehend. Lowly people that's been trodden down and destroyed, it's going to rule the next world. And we feel it in the spirit, and we know that through the scriptures. And it's going to be horrific if you're Edomite. And we're going to put hell on other nations as well, because everybody participated in this suffering our people. Nobody don't want to talk about it. They want to dismiss it. They want to downplay it like it ain't a big deal. But if it was you, you'd be hella complaining. Let's get more into this.
Bad. So are we about like are we going to be in for like 2 years of hell before anything turns around?
Yeah, so you've got a couple elements here. Generally, economic reforms take time. So you can cut taxes, you can cut regulations. This will all grow your economy, but it doesn't happen overnight. And the trick for Trump is that he's up against the Biden economy. So a lot of what was happening under Biden was either fake or it was bought by government spending. So a lot of the job numbers are fake. We're now getting revisions in the order of 600,000 or 800,000. These are government revisions. These are not tinfoil hat revisions.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the problem with a lot of you people that's outside this truth as well, because we know you watch our videos as well, that you can't come to grips, what's going on. You can't understand it because it seems like the world is operating normally, but yet it's not. You got all this goddamn debt. Debt is everywhere. Everybody's pretty much in debt, even so-called millionaires. Right? So this country is free, it's free falling in a sense, a slow free fall. And Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, that's why you seeing the so-called UFOs everywhere. It's not going to continue to be the status quo. It's not going to continue to be you waking up going to a fucking 9 to 5 the rest of your life. It wasn't meant for you to, work on a job 40 years, then you get your Social Security and you sail a cruise ship around the world. What the fuck? No. All that folly is coming to an end. That's why everybody complaining. It's another beloved brother that posts these videos of you Americans complaining. You in the car going on these rants about how expensive everything is. But we told you this stuff was coming, but you didn't believe. You still don't believe. You still you like it a deer in the headlights. You don't know what the fuck is going on. Running out of time. Hopefully this has been edifying, but Jacob's trouble is coming. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakat, Kodash, Shalom.